Welcome back to Film Recall. Ralph Breaks the Internet is the sequel to one of the best animated movies of the last decade, Wreck-It Ralph. Only this time they have to navigate one of the craziest places in the world, the internet. Following up Wreck-It Ralph is not an easy task, but with the same team as the original movie, they made it look easy. The story is a bit of a rehash, but it feels exciting because of the way that Disney flips the story. In the first movie, the characters are in this arcade world and they know this world, but we don't. So it's this exciting and new place. In the sequel, they don't know the internet, but we do. So it's exciting to watch them experiencing all these new things that are so normal to us. I love the way this movie starts off as this nostalgic look to arcade games in the simpler times, and then it turns into how big the internet is. The story shows how there are amazing things about the internet, and there's also a lot of danger. There's even a segment where Ralph goes to the dark web. Just about everything on the internet is parodied. The 3D animation is some of the best animation that's ever been created. Just the amount of details, the amount of stuff that's packed into a single frame. I can't wait for the Blu-ray just to pause it and see all of the characters in one screen. You can't possibly catch every single Easter egg in one sitting. And they have everything in here, from memes to social media to pop-up ads to YouTube. Pretty much everyone and everything is in this movie. It's hilarious. It's some of the hardest I've laughed all year. The Disney princesses scene is one of the best moments ever. Anything involving them alone makes Ralph Breaks the Internet worth seeing. Disney knows humor and they know how to get the best out of their brands, and every joke worked for me. But what makes the original movie so good is not only the jokes, but the emotion. It was a very heartwarming story, and the emotion hits just as hard here. Ultimately, it's a great story about friendship. It got the waterworks going for me. I'm not a big fan of Sarah Silverman, but I actually really like her in these movies. Her and John C. Reilly make a great team. These are two comedians that can also nail the more emotional scenes and do a great job emoting with their voices. Because when it's all said and done, the jokes are great, they're fun, it's funny to watch, but it's their friendship that makes these movies so good. And their friendship gets tested in a big way here. What can I say? Disney knows how to make an animated movie that can make me tear up. Gal Gadot plays one of the newer characters. She's a racer in a game called Slaughter High, which has some Twisted Metal and Grand Theft Auto inspirations. She doesn't have a lot of jokes, but she is the cool character. She's basically who she was in The Fast and the Furious, but now as an animated character. The only thing I thought the original movie did better was it was a bit more focused in its storytelling. It had a simple story and it stuck to it. This time around there's more subplots and the story does get a little lost at times, but they bring it all home in the end. It may hit similar emotional beats as the first movie, but when a story is this good, I think it's worth telling again. And with the modern setting of the internet, I think this will make a bigger impact, especially for kids growing up with the internet. Ralph gets to experience just how nice and how mean the internet can be. Something I'm sure most kids and even adults have experienced at some point. It's not a new thing to poke fun at the internet, but with these characters, they find a fresh angle that still makes it a lot of fun. I had such a blast with this. This is how you do a sequel. I think it's one of the strongest sequels that Disney has ever made, for the main reason that there's so much you can do with this kind of a story. Ralph Breaks the Internet has so much heart, and it would be really hard to walk out of this movie not having had a great time. I'm gonna give Ralph Breaks the Internet an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite animated sequel is. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe for more movie reviews every week.